Hi, Gene here with today's thought. Did you know, amazing fact, but it's true, it's a fact. Did you know that the 10 wealthiest congressional districts in the United States are all controlled by Democrats? Democrats control and represent their representatives in the House of Representatives. They, all Democrats, which leads me into today's subject because I thought the Democrats were supposed to represent the average working person, but that it's gotten to the point where even Democrats are admitting, such as a commentator, Roy Texeria, but there are so many that are starting to recognize and they're starting to fret over this, that the Republicans now represent the average working guy, and it's the Democrats who represent the wealthy, who care about the wealthy people's causes. So, well, obvious example, for instance, climate change, that they want, when they want to force everybody into expensive electric cars, they're raising the price of gas, which makes it hard for the average working person to get to work. Raising the price of gas, they're spending so much money on climate change that and making sure that people use the correct pronouns, and you just go on and on. All these woke policies. We're having recruiting problems now. The Army is 25% below their recruiting goal because the military is so woke that people don't want to join, and the people who are most likely to join the Army are, again, the average working person. You don't see many, you see some, but you don't see many PhDs in gender studies volunteering to serve in the Army. Just trust me on this. So this is causing, well, a great example, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she, because I remember this very well because I was living in New York at the time, but Amazon wanted to open a branch in her district in the Bronx. This would have created a lot of jobs. It would have created, some of these jobs would have created thousands of jobs, and some of these jobs paid six figures. And she used her influence as a representative to stop it, to stop Amazon from growing there, from going in there, because she didn't like Amazon. She thought they were, I don't know, union busters or something, even though some of the Amazon facilities are unionized. Bezos or whoever runs Amazon now didn't stop anybody from organizing. So the whole point is that you have these people, because you have to remember about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She claims to be the average working stiff or something. She grew up in Westchester, which is a wealthy suburb of New York, of Manhattan. It's a little bit north of Manhattan, I believe, and it's the houses are expensive. It's an upper, but then she moved to the Bronx, and she claims to be just the average Bronx, and she's not. But so that's where her head is at, and these people, and so the Republicans are starting to get it, and to drive the point, really drive it home. Because one of the people who is worried about this is Bernie Sanders, the senator from Vermont. One time, I think he ran for president twice. Anyways, the point is that he is worried about this too, because he's a socialist. He calls himself an independent socialist, democratic socialist, whatever. He's a socialist, and he's fretting about this new direction, this woke left, and these let's say white college educated elites who have taken control of his party, and he's worried about losing all these people to the Republicans. And you have to their big plan for unlawful aliens coming into the country was that they would all be given amnesty someday, and they would vote for Democrats. Well, they're not getting amnesty, number one. Number two, because I'm predicting a Republican president, could be wrong, in 2024, who's going to reverse all these policies and start enforcing the immigration laws again and sealing the border. But for for now, I've spoken to at least one Hispanic I knew when I lived in Harlem, when I lived in New York, and Hispanics, they don't like this unlawful alien invasion either, because they came in, they obeyed the rules, they came in legally, and why should these people who didn't, who are just coming in illegally, why should they be allowed to when these patriotic Hispanics came into this country and they did it by the rules, and now these unlawful aliens come in, and in many cases compete with them for jobs, and then you have MS-13, you have a lot of criminals coming in, and what neighborhoods do they move into? Hispanic neighborhoods, and so that's why they're against it. But getting back to Bernie Sanders, he once said, he famously said, at least I remember it, he said that, to give you an idea where he is, he said, because this is going to be my question for Bernie Sanders, if he happens by some chance to see this video, but he said that America doesn't need a choice of 23 different deodorants when people are starving. And my question for Bernie Sanders, well, first of all, I'm just to answer the question, if people want 23 different choices, and they should have 23 different choices. And also, though these deodorants, they don't materialize out of thin air. Somebody, workers being, again, average blue collar workers being hired to make the deodorants. So it makes no sense. But my question to Bernie Sanders, okay, well, you think America doesn't need a choice of 23 different deodorants? How about a choice of 23 different sexes that people can say whatever chromosomes notwithstanding, whatever sex you say you are, you are. So who knows, on an unlimited number of sexes, but we'll just stick with 23. So Bernie, if you're listening, does America need 23 different sexes? And well, we'll see if he answers. I have a suggestion. I have a feeling he's not going to, but I thought I would throw the question out there. Thanks as always for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And if you could subscribe, that would be great. But come back and see me again. I'd love to see all of you again. And until I do, bye.